All right, Jess Doyle, head coach for Clarinda. Coach, Shenandoah is a team that you had beaten, all 5 sets you'd played. They beat you in set 2. You were tied at 1 apiece. What are you thinking? What's your message to get your team back on track there?
We talked about how everyone has a role and everyone has a job to do, and every ball, every contact is going to be super important because it all adds up at the end. We talked about how we've played them many times and there was nothing that we hadn't seen them do before, nothing that was going to hurt us, and we knew we would come back if we just played our game and brought our energy, and it worked.
Yeah. What was the difference between a win and a loss there in those sets? Because it was kind of stark, where you dominated sets other than set 2. What was different there, you think?
We made a lot of errors that we don't usually make. We had a lot of dropped balls and not a lot of hustle plays, which our team is huge on being scrappy and hustle plays. That's kind of what's kept us alive and helped our record a lot. We had a lot of drop balls on serve receive. A lot of balls go in between players, and that's just not really normal. So we made a couple changes and everyone was ready to play, so that helped. After that second set, it was a wake-up call.
Yeah.
So
you'll have to go somewhere on the road. Des Moines Christian, obviously, they're I think the team in the bracket, but you guys have seen a lot of really good teams this year.
Yep.
How will that help you Wednesday?
We're definitely going to have to bring it. I looked at their roster and they have a really big team. They look pretty tall. They have a very good record. So we're going to have to bring it and play our game. We're going to have to keep the ball in play, be super scrappy, which we didn't show tonight, but I know they can do it. So I think they believe in themselves. It's going to be tough for sure, but our record or our schedule this year has helped us with all the hard teams.
Congrats, Coach. Great win, and good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Taylor Cole here from Clarinda. Taylor, obviously it was maybe a little tight there after a couple of sets, 1-1, but you guys were able to play well in sets 3 and 4. What was different when you guys were winning a set versus maybe set 2?
When we were winning, we played a lot more with confidence, and we told ourselves when we were down, we just had to get back up again. And sometimes we tend to play kind of like a roller coaster. We get down, come up, and we've really been trying to preach consistency. And after that first loss in a set, we were like, we gotta play, we gotta bring it. This is now or never. So
yeah. To bounce back that way after losing set 2, what does that say about your team?
We work really hard to come back in games. Like I said, we tend to start down or start up and fall. So we've really been working on that, staying very consistent. And we, as a team, we just strive to be at that level right there all the time.
How about hitting against that block? I know obviously coaches, you're not the biggest outside hitter of all time, but you make it work and had a big night tonight. What was it like hitting against that height?
I tell myself I got to get around it, or I've got to be ready to get the block up again. I just got to keep going at it, and Coach always tells me to just keep swinging because no matter what, I'm going to get through it, or I just got to be ready to get it back up.
What do you think about Des Moines Christian? I know they're a well thought of team, but you guys have played a lot of really good teams this year. You'll take your shot against them. Tell me what's your mindset?
We know they're a big school. We know they've beat a lot of good teams, but we're ready to fight, and we've competed with big teams before, so we're ready to go.
Yeah. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.